So I had a job during the pandemic. They said, you can be a rock star. You can be a rock star. I said, okay. So I went for the interview. They said, can you go here and there? I said, yeah. They said, can you do this and that? I said, yeah. They said, congratulations, you're a rock star. That's how I got the job. So I know you're wondering, how am I going to get home? So right now, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go find a way home. I'm the dumb blind.
Give it up for the dumb blonde, everybody. Huh? Good job. I know a gentleman never asks and a lady never tells, but how old are you?
65.
65 and still doing comedy, everybody. How about that? How about a big hand, everybody? Huh? Okay. Your next comic coming to the stage
75.
will talk your ear off. Helga Man, everybody.
And Helga. I have to take photos.
Hey there. I see everybody out there's alive. Yeah? No, I don't see no dead ones there. You see any dead ones, Lisa? No? Okay. They all seem to be alive. Yeah, let's hope they're still alive when I'm done.
Bring the mic up, Helga. We can't hear you.
Okay. Well, if I get too close to it, the voice of God. So I keep a respectful, I was taught from a very early age to keep a respectful distance from the microphone. Because you get P's, S's, and T's that go pop. You don't want your microphone to go pop when you're talking. Popping is very impolite, as is hissing and crackling and all the other noises the microphone makes when you get too close. So I keep the microphone a distance away and just talk a little bit louder. Anyway, I'm Helga Man. Last time I played here, I was going by the legendary man John, but that was a few years ago. I would have gone as Helga Man, but my son insisted that it was too dangerous for me to try. So at the end of the set, when we were walking out, and the two of us tore the place apart. I mean, we had the people rolling on the floor. He had the MC. He was doing his curly routine with the MC, and it was pretty good. The kid's really good at physical comedy, but he has to be 3 sheets into the wind to do that. And he stopped drinking. He stopped drinking. But then again, I stopped drinking when he got caught stealing Christmas trees. He got a DUI. He was going around collecting leftover Christmas trees because he ran out of firewood for his bonfire in the backyard. So he hopped his pick-em-up truck with my friend Joss's Brisker, Monty, and they proceeded to go out and collect up Christmas and band Christmas trees. Well, they're up in the subdivision collecting Christmas trees, and the cops spot somebody called in for unusual activity in the neighborhood. So the cops come by and sees my son collecting Christmas trees. Says, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm collecting Christmas trees for my fire and my fire pit in my backyard." And he smelled like a brewery. He consumed a good 12 pack.
Oh, I should have got one.
Yeah, and 12 pack and half a handle. Well, the cop wrote him up for DUI and asked my friend Josh's Brisker if she could drive. Well, Lottie's half blind. She can't drive. She never has driven. So they checked Maudie out. She's got a warrant too. So they drug them all down to the station house. They don't know what to do with Maudie. They have no idea what to do with Maudie because they have never dealt with a transgender in the Glastonbury jail. They're calling people and trying to figure out what to do with her because she's got a warrant out on her. And so they sent her home in a squad car. Well, my son calls me. He says, they just busted me for DUI. You're going to have to pick up my pickup truck in the morning. My son always secures his loads when he's hauling stuff. His pickup truck left a trail of Christmas trees the whole way to East Glastonbury because nobody secured the load when they loaded his truck on the flatbed. So they spread those Christmas trees all over town. That's how my life has been, growing up with my son. Anyway, we run this thing called That Reality Show. The Dumb Blonde is my partner on the reality show. She sits there and looks angry and makes wisecracks about the political situation. And I sit there and try to lighten things up. And it seems to work. We have a fairly loyal following. We have a few of our audience members here. But again, I walk around and people say, call me sir. Do I look like a sir to you? I mean, yeah. When I was 5, I considered myself a girl until my grandmother set me straight. She slapped me across the face and said, don't ever talk about that to anybody ever again. I said to her, I want to be a grandma like you. And she slapped me across the face. And so I spent the rest of my life up until recently lying to therapists. Except for one therapist in New Britain. I was feeling really, really down and depressed. Work wasn't going well. My marriage was going to pieces. So I told my psychiatrist the truth. He's suicided. So I said, well, I guess I don't tell the truth to therapists anymore. So I stayed in the closet for 20 years. Yeah, it's that way, going west, east, north, and south. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Watch us on That Reality Show every morning on YouTube. Look up Helga Man on YouTube. You want to see all the shows, you go to HelgaXman.com. Because I'm Helga X Man. I hate men so bad, I don't want to even be one.
Give it up for Helga X-Man, everybody! Okay. Wouldn't it be funny if you got to her website and she's like, the X is for extreme! And she's doing like a bunch of fucking like skateboard jumps and stuff.
Hell, I'm 75.
Yeah, and you can't handle that stuff way better than me.
Yo, that would be fucking awesome, bro. Fucking watch me fucking skateboard off this fucking dumpster. Some fucking gnarly, like one of the Jackass dudes would do or something. You know. Helga, I'm sorry. I actually made it a point, actually, in my act to stop making fun of transgender people. You know. It's because I bought a futon, actually. Yeah, it's actually because I bought a futon. I found it was very hard to transition into a couch.
Serious?
I don't really like how people make fun of the LGBT community either, you know? I'm like, what, you're gonna leave out the Q? They're not good enough to make fun of?
What's it called? It's the alphabet squad. It's the alphabet. Plus.
And sometimes why, right? All right, your next comic coming to the stage has never joked about anybody's sexuality before tonight, and I doubt he will when he gets on stage now. Moe Green, everybody.
Hey, Moe! This guy kills.
Give it up for Matt Heath. Give it up, give it up. Man Heath looks like Elvis right before he died, mixed with Freddie Mercury. He had a gay love child, you know. I was thinking of something, man. I think like the most uncomfortable place that a gay man could be is inside of a woman. So you think that same gay man, when he was a baby, like in the womb, he was uncomfortable? You know? Like, it's too tight in here. When am I coming out? It stink. And like, you know, when most babies are born, most babies, like, the first thing they do is cry. But like, when a gay baby is born, he vomits. You know, because his mouth touches mother's pussy juice lips and shit. The baby's alive. I made that joke a couple times and people were like, Mo, why are you so homophobic? And I'm getting tired of people throwing this around, that word homophobia around, because a phobia is an irrational fear of something. You know? Just because you make a joke about something, it does not mean that you're afraid of it. You know, it's not, you actually humanize it. It's not like I'm shivering in the middle of the night and I'm waking up from a bad dream like, oh shit, the gay's about to get me. They coming out the closet. Like, I'm not doing anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Let's save the jokes. Let's save free speech. I think Helga's cool. Helga's awesome. He told me he was 75 years old. She. I said she, right? She told me she was 75 years old and, you know, taking estrogen. And I was trying to make it like an analogy, like a comparison. I feel like being 75 and taking estrogen is like using low mileage synthetic oil on like a Model T Ford car. You know what I mean? Like, it's like upgrading Capone's Cadillac. You know what I mean? As long as you improve the performance, that's the only thing that matters. I feel like transgenders are some of the most brave people on earth. Transgenders are some of the bravest people on earth. Because you gotta have balls to come off your dick. All I'm saying is that's some gangster shit, man. You know what I mean? You gotta have balls, man. Oh, man. What else was I talking about, man? You said they nodded? You say they nodded? You just talking. I like how it's like a quiet bar, but people still talking in regular voice. Yeah, like a cheeseburger, some sodas, and just did my stock options. I'm about to get some pussy. I'm like, what the fuck? We trying to perform, we can hear your whole conversation. You don't care that you have AIDS. Keep it to yourself. Let me look at the notes. I don't like to go to notes, but I'm kind of lost my mind for a second. Oh, I just realized something. I think that Cat Williams, the comedian, you know Cat Williams, I think Cat Williams is Eartha Kitt reincarnated. If y'all know who Eartha Kitt is, she was in the movie Boomerang, she played Catwoman. Because look, she played Catwoman, Cat Williams, you know what I mean? And like when Cat Williams is in interviews, when his voice is like calm, he's like, well, you know, I'm the most famous comedian of all time. I've done 100-city tour, and I've had over 10 comedy albums. And Eartha Kitt is like, and I fucked Batman when I was on the set in the 1950s. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Kit Kat, it's like sweet, because Cat Williams, you know, kind of.
It always looks like he's done like a sword.
RuPaul was not the first famous tall gay man during the 90s. There was another famous tall gay man, but people don't realize it. The singer, Montel Jordan, you know?
Oh, yeah.
He had the song, This Is How, because he had the gestures. This is how we do it, it's Friday night. But that's not what made him gay. Because I used to be a singer, sometimes you gotta, you know, be a little bit wispy for the notes to come out better. Like the group Ready for the World. Let me love you down. If I didn't do this, the notes wouldn't come out right now. Oh, Sheila. But that's not what made him gay. It's okay to get the notes out, you know what I'm saying, when you're acting gay. It was the rap part, when he was rapping, because he was like, Once upon a time in 94, Montel made no money and life shit was slow. And all they said was 6'8" he stood. And people thought the music that he made was good. I said, this dude must definitely have a husband, because there's no way you wagging your fingers sassily and you spinning those. I feel like that's gonna become one of like my most famous jokes, right? And then not RuPaul, but Montel Jordan and Smiles gonna be in the audience and meet me backstage. You was talking all that shit, nigga. This motherfucker is 6'8". He will beat my ass. I'm looking over you like I'm looking over the balcony. I bust your ass. I would have to let him fuck me, man. He's too big. He's too huge. I think that's my gay portion of the night. Oh yeah. If a man has a whole bunch of women, right? If a man has a whole bunch, that's called a stable, right? If that same man has a whole bunch of big women, that's called a barn, right? And if a woman has a whole bunch of dicks, that's called J-Lo. You know what she's saying? Oh man, where else want to go? I don't know. Oh, you know what? Oh, okay. A lot of women, it's not laziness, it's good. A lot of ladies complain that men have a hard time making them orgasm. And this is true. I looked up a statistic, right? They said women only come with men about 30% of the time. 30%! And I'm thinking to myself, those are some Hall of Fame baseball numbers, man. 30%, she got that Pete Rose pussy. Her coochie should be in Cooperstown. Let's put her panties in the rafters, man. 30%? She got the Hall of Fame jacket, man. 3 times out of 10. They say women only come 3 times out of 10. That's y'all fault. Y'all just not fucking enough. 10 times equals 3, 20 times equals 6, 30 times equals 9. Y'all not coming enough because y'all not giving them that pussy enough, man. Y'all need to fuck more, man. They say that men have a hard time making women come, but women seem to conveniently forget that the man invented the dildo. So every time you use that vibrator, once we fucking fail, just remember, a dude created that shit. You're welcome. Hey, that's my time. I appreciate y'all. Peace.
Oh, I love Moe. Love you, Moe.
That's right. The machines